I think every pair of skates should have a fish brain test. It should be mandatory because you can never really truly know how a skate feels without hitting a steezy fish brain.
We're rolling. Welcome to Roll, Minnesota.
You're watching Roll, Minnesota.
You're watching Roll, Minnesota.
Minnesota seal of approval.
We're watching Roll, Minnesota. Subscribe.
Hey everybody, what's up from Roll, Minnesota, your state of skate. Today we're in for a skate review, and this is a skate that I've actually never skated before. The USD Sways, and this particular model is the Chris Farmer edition. Now Chris Farmer is a local legend here in Minnesota, so we've got to support the man. Now, one customization I did make with these skates is I threw on Kizer Slimeline frames. I like riding flat, and it's the type of frame that I'm most comfortable with. That way, we're really getting in a solid boot review and getting a feel for what the boots are actually like. Now, in this review, there's a couple different things that I'm curious about. One is the ankle flex. If you guys have watched this channel for a while, you know that I skate Razor skates. It's what I've skated for years and years. It's what I'm most comfortable with. But I've seen a lot of people skate really well and talk about the flex that's in the sways. And so that's one of the things I'm curious about, ankle flex. The second thing we'll be looking at is the foot room. I know a lot of people have complained in the past about skates that don't have enough room for the toes or for the width of feet, and that's one of the things that Razors SLs excel at, in my opinion, is they have a lot of foot room. So we're gonna get a feel for that. Is there adequate foot room in the USD Sway? Finally, the last thing that I wanna get a feel for is the grinds. The sole plates, the little H-block groove, it's not very big on the USD Sway, but is it adequate? So whenever you're skating, you definitely want to make sure that you have fast sliding soles and that you're easy enough to lock into those tricks, especially topside. So we'll definitely give it the topside test. But all things considered, we're gonna get in a full review of the USD Sway Chris Farmer edition. Let's get it. Oh, and one more thing, special thanks to Cameron Crosby, who gave me these skates to give away to another skater, and is allowing me to film this review first. So these skates were free from him. They are slightly used, but we're gonna put them to use a little bit more, and then give them to a needy skater out there. So thanks, Cameron, appreciate it, man. All right, so I think we'll get this thing started with the top sole, give it the top sole test. Good safety trick to warm up on. And if all goes well, we'll also hit the switch top sole over on the other box. What do you guys think? Should we give it the fish brain test? I think every pair of skates should have a fish brain test. It should be mandatory because you can never really truly know how a skate feels without hitting a steezy fish brain. All right, next we'll see if we can get spinny. We'll start out easy with some alley-oops, maybe alley-oop sole and alley-oop horn over on the down ledge. And if all goes well with that, we'll get into the true top sides. Pretty happy with that. That true topsole was first try, and for a brand new pair of skates, I wouldn't really expect to have that level of consistency. Usually I don't even have that level of consistency with my regular skates, so we'll take that as a win. True top horn? That's a tough one, but it's one of my favorites. Let's get it. Well, that one didn't feel very stylish, but I have to say I'm surprised with how well the skates are handling. I definitely feel like my heels are elevated a lot higher than what I'm used to, and it's putting a lot more pressure onto my toes and onto the front of my feet, and that's something that's really awkward for me. Even with my Razors, I usually take the heel pads out of the back to get the foot as flat as possible, I know that's weird. I know a lot of people are gonna be dumbfounded by that, but it's certainly a different feeling skate. Not sure how I feel about that so far, but the skating's coming along pretty well. I feel like we should do a grind on the channel and then drop in and hit the ledge. Now, one of the lines that I think would be perfect for that is alley-oop topsoul on the channel and then 360 topsoul down the ledge. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this one, especially with a new pair of skates, but I'm willing to give it a couple of tries. Okay, I wasn't expecting to land it first try, but I'll take it. Landing was a little bit sketchy, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, and I know that's a kind of trick that I could get tied up in all day, so we're just gonna take that one for now. As long as we're doing some spins, I think full alley-oop soul is one that I have to do. I feel obligated to. It's one of my most consistent and favorite tricks to do, and it's not too difficult, so we'll get that one next. All right, next I think we'll try some quick footwork going from ledge to soul to ledge to ledge. That's a quick three-piece. I don't know if my feet are fast enough for that, but we'll give that one a try. Soles are pretty safe. It's a pretty low ledge. Not a lot of risk on this one. Now you guys know I love transitions, and we couldn't do a skate review without hitting at least a couple quarter pipe tricks. I'll admit my feet are pretty sore at this point and I'm getting tired, but we'll try to work in a few of them anyway. So one of the ones that I'd like to do is 360 topsoul with both the left foot and the right foot. It's one that I've been putting together in lines lately and trying to get more consistent at. I'm not really sure which one is easier. Like the 360 right-footed topsoul is the regular one for me, but the spin is a little bit easier for me on the left footer. So let's get them both. I mean, why not both, right? Well, it was a pretty good session, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm actually liking them a lot more than I thought I would. But what are my overall thoughts on the USD Chris Farmer Sways? Well, if you're gonna pick up these skates, there's a few considerations you're gonna wanna have. First one being your budget. Now, it's not a very expensive boot. I think you can pick up Sways right now in a variety of different models for about $200 for the skate. I believe the Chris Farmer ones are a little bit more since it's a pro boot, but I'm pretty sure it's under that $200 range, which isn't bad for an aggressive skate. One of the other considerations is if you have a wider foot and you're coming from a skate like the Razor SL like I am, you're probably gonna find it really uncomfortable, at least at first. I assume it would get better as your feet get acclimated and once you break in the liner and break in the skate, but the initial skating was fine for about half an hour. After that, it got noticeably uncomfortable, but skated pretty well. That's actually the third consideration is I felt really in control on top sides on these skates, more so than with my Razors, and that actually was a bit surprising to me. So I really like the feel of that. Negatives, on the other hand, were extremely painful. Now maybe that's because I waited till the end of the session when I'd already been skating for a while, but it put all the pressure on the front of the foot since that heel is elevated inside of the boot. Not something I was used to, something that definitely threw me off when it came to doing negatives. A lot of pressure points there that I wasn't anticipating. Overall though, it's a really solid skate. I could see why a lot of people like these in terms of affordability, in terms of value. You're getting a pretty good deal. Personally, I think there are better skates out there, or at least ones that fit my style of skating better. If I put this up against the Razor SL still wins for me. But people that like that raised elevated heel and that don't mind the limited space in the front of the toe box, this is a skate that might be right up your alley. So we'll leave it at that. It was really exciting to skate these Chris Farmer Sways. That's one of the things I want to do more of on this channel is skating different types of skates and giving my feedback and opinion on them. Got some good tricks in. It was a different type of experience. Again, special thanks to Cameron for hooking it up with the skates. We're gonna give these away to a skater, and you guys will have to let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on the USD Sways if you've ever skated them before. Anyway guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. I'm Butch Lehman of Roll, Minnesota, reminding you to stay safe, stay healthy, and get out there and do some rollerblading. Till next time everyone, peace.